Have you ever seen a parent instruct their child on every single task, even the simplest ones? Have you ever seen a parent watch over their child during an unnecessary time? Have you ever seen a parent almost too involved in their child's life? Have you ever seen a parent obsess over their child's success? If you've seen this or even perhaps experienced these situations with your own parents, chances are you've spotted a helicopter parent. Hello class, I'm Kamea, and today I will be persuading you on why you should not participate in helicopter parenting when you have your own children. I'm not a parent myself, however, I have experienced helicopter parenting tendencies firsthand, and I've also identified helicopter parenting tendencies in my peers' parents. Not only that, but I've seen several of the negative effects on my peers that have resulted from this. So you should not participate in helicopter parenting when you have your own children due to the long-term negative effects it may have on your child. The consequences of helicopter parenting include higher levels of anxiety and depression, lower levels of self-efficacy, and many more, which I will go into in depth later. Today, we'll be presenting to you helicopter parenting tendencies, the long-term negative effects of helicopter parenting to persuade you and give you a call to action to not participate in helicopter parenting. And if I have time left, I wanted to provide you possible solutions to helicopter parenting that will hopefully assist you in practicing healthier parenting skills. So I thought I should provide the class with a brief definition of helicopter parenting and its tendencies to help you identify it. So for a little history, the term helicopter parenting was adopted by Foster Cline and Jim Fay in 1990, which they shared in their book, Parenting with Love and Logic, Teaching Children Responsibility. Cline and Fay defined helicopter parenting as hovering and then rescuing their child whenever trouble arises, and that these parents are obsessed with a desire to create a perfect world for their kids, one in which they never have to face struggle, inconvenience, discomfort, or disappointment. So it is apparent that helicopter parents don't have any malicious intent. These parents ultimately want the best for their child and want them to succeed. However, the way in which they go about it is consequential and will result in negative effects more than it does positive. I'm sure we all would love to live in a perfect world too, but unfortunately it's not realistic, and at some point in your child's life, they will be faced with adversity and difficult situations, and they need to know how to deal with it on their own. With this, they learn the important life skills of problem solving, coping, and capability to adapt to situations presented to them, which helicopter parenting would prevent them from learning. According to Valencia Higuera's article, What is Helicopter Parenting?, which is medically reviewed by Dr. Karen Richardson Gillis, reported in Healthline.com, helicopter parenting tendencies in adolescence would be picking up your child every time after they fall, not letting your child practice problem-solving skills independently, choosing your child's friends and activities for them. In young adults, helicopter parenting tendencies are not allowing your child to make age-appropriate choices, becoming overly involved in their academics, contacting your child's professors even, or intervening with your child's friends or coworkers. Helicopter parenting in young adults that are attending college may look like choosing your child's major and career path for them. This would prevent your child in finding their own passion and purpose in life and choosing to do what makes them happy, which would be detrimental to their mental health. So that was one out of several negative effects of helicopter parenting, which goes into my second main point, long-term negative effects of helicopter parenting. So several studies conducted by psychologists revealed several negative long-term effects of helicopter parenting, such as lower levels of self-efficacy, higher levels of anxiety and depression. Josie Bradley Geis and Julie Olson Buchanan from California State University of Fresno gathered research of 482 undergraduate college students by questionnaire and survey, as reported in the journal article Helicopter Parents, an examination of the correlates of overparenting of college students on ResearchGate.net. The questionnaire first asked the students if they felt suffocated or controlled by their parents, and if their parents were over-involved, assessing whether the students were victims of helicopter parenting or not. The students were then given a survey of several questions and scenarios in relation to workplace to assess their level of self-efficacy and capability of adapting to difficult situations. The findings of this research were that students with helicopter parents reported lowest on the self-efficacy scale and were less likely to adapt to workplace scenarios, concluding that children that experience helicopter parenting would have trouble adapting when presented with situations that they will be presented in life. Another research was held at Midwestern University, as reported in ncbi.gov in their article, Dimensionality of Helicopter Parenting in Relations to Emotional Decision-Making and Academic Functioning in Emerging Adults. The research was also done by questionnaire of 377 young adults that assessed if they had experienced helicopter parenting tendencies and tested their decision-making, how well they perform in academics, and possible symptoms of anxiety and depression. This research's findings presented that victims of helicopter parenting were associated with poor functioning in emotion, decision-making, and academics, and higher levels of anxiety and depression. So possible outcomes if you helicopter parent your child: they may have trouble regulating their emotions, making good decisions, and they also may have lower academic performance and anxiety and depression. So it looks like I'm running out of time, so unfortunately I can't go in depth about solutions to helicopter parenting, but a few would be practicing healthy parenting skills like open communication with your child. This would establish a relationship of trust between you and your child, and you could get to know their strengths, and you can probably learn to trust them through this, that they can do things on their own. A few others would be just giving them a little space and time to do their own things, whether that be schoolwork or playtime. Giving them time would also let you as a parent reclaim your time, since helicopter parents' time is always consumed by their children, since they're always hovering over them. So in review, I've discussed with you helicopter parenting tendencies, the long-term negative effects of helicopter parenting, and I provided you a few solutions to helicopter parenting and why you should not participate in this when you have your own children. By not participating in it, you reduce the risk of your child having low levels of self-efficacy, anxiety, and depression. This will also allow your child to be independent and learn important life skills such as problem solving when faced with difficult situations. Your child needs the opportunity to learn by themselves, grow to be authentically themselves, and learn their passion and purpose without their parents hindering them from it or barricading them from it. If you don't participate in helicopter parenting, you may receive better, healthier outcomes for your child to obtain happiness and success in their futures. Thank you for your time.